Hello friends, welcome once again to this step-by-step SQL tutorial for data analysis and software development for absolute beginners. So in the previous part we were discussing about writing a query for this customers table, and I'm going to show you a very simple way. I hope you have all of you who are following this tutorial are able to write the query and you are able to execute it. I'm going to show you two ways of writing that query here. So first is the correct way, that you have to write that query on your own without any help from phpMyAdmin. So insert into customers. This is your table, so insert into customers. Then you have to write name of columns in your customers. So first column name, first column is customer name, then we have customer email, then we have customer phone. So yes, name, email and phone. Now I'm doing one more thing here. So name, phone and email. In our case the sequence is in actual the sequence is name, phone and email, and I am writing as name, email and phone. So I am changing the sequence, but that doesn't really matter because I am going to insert values in the same pattern. So here the pattern is more important. The pattern of your columns should match the pattern of your values. So first I am going to write name of customer. So let's say name of my first customer is Anurag, email is anurag at, let's say, slidescope.com, and customer phone is, let's say, 9506. So this is my first customer here, and let's try to insert this customer and again go to SQL. I have customers table is already selected here, and then click go and your value will be inserted. Now click on this customers table here and you will be able to see that one particular customer is inserted, and in place of name we have name, in place of phone we have phone, and in place of email we have email. So because we have followed the same concept here, but you have to follow the pattern. So this is the correct query for inserting data, and this was a simple exercise. If you have to insert more than one values, so let's say another customer is Monish, let's say phone number of Monish is 9953. I'm not writing actual phone numbers here, I'm writing some random names here. So by writing comma, let's say Amit, and Amit at slidescope.com. This is email ID of Amit, and let's say name, phone number of Amit is 9876. So now I have entered two customers here separated by comma. After the name of second customer I am not writing comma here because this is the last customer. Let's try to add one more customer here. So now I am going to enter three values here. So let's say third customer is let's say Mukul, and Mukul at slidescope.com, and email ID of, let's say, 995. So now insert, I'm copying this query here. It has name of three customers. Go to SQL, make sure customers is selected in your database, write it and hit go here. So now three rows are inserted, and now you can see that I have four customers now in my table, and this is how you can simply create insert command. So this was an exercise and this is the result for that exercise. If you are able to insert values, very good. If you are not able to insert values, then you can copy the query that I have mentioned here, change the names, try something different and create a table. So now, and I want to show you one more thing. In your table, go to insert and go to SQL and select insert here. So you will see that your query is also generated here also. So you can copy this query, take it to your any of your favorite editor, and so you can see the query is already created here. Because we don't want to insert customer ID, so I can get rid of this first column here, and I can also get rid of this first value here. Remember, in our case, customer name, customer phone and customer email are all string values. So this is also one more thing that I want to tell. If you have string values, then you have to write this single quote here. If we have integer value, so we can, or numeric values, so we can write numeric value without this also. So in some part of our videos, we will also discuss about creating numerical values, and let's do it right now. In this part, I will also explain how we can add one more column. So let's say we have this customers table and we have to alter this table, but again, for doing anything in these tables, we can either do it using SQL query or we can do it using the interface here. So first I will tell you how you can add or how you can alter table, and in this case we want to add one more column here, and let's say in this customers table we have to insert one column here. So you will see add one column after customer email. So add, if you have to add 2 column, 3 column, you can increase this number. So I have to add only one column after customer email. Go, and you will see that when I will insert this, so it will be inserted after customer email. Let's say it is credit, and we have, because this credit will be some monetary value, let's say. So I am making it int here, or you can write float also. Float is actually floating point numbers when you have to write values with fractional values like 14.56. So if your values have floating point numbers or decimals in it, so you can write float values. Let's say length of this float will be 5, and you can also add one default value here. So by default, because we have some customers that are already created, so by default the credit value will be, let's say, 100 rupees or 100 units. So this is the meaning of default, that by default whenever a new customer will be inserted, and if we don't give or if we don't provide a value for this column, so 100 will be inserted automatically. Now you can preview your SQL and you will see an alter table statement here. I'm going to copy it so that you can learn it, and so you can see I'm breaking this into several parts here. So I'm saying alter table has 3 parts. First, we are altering table. So table was already created, so we are not creating table here, we are actually altering table. And alter table, then name of your table. So alter table customers. So because we want to simply alter the table with the name customers. Add, we want to add one more column, so add credit. So and the data type of credit will be float value of 5 characters in length. This credit value cannot be null, and default value for this credit will be 100. So it is really simple. The formula is alter table, table name, alter table, name of your table, right? Then add, if you want to add column, there are many ways of altering. Sometimes we want to delete a column, sometimes we have to add a column, sometimes we have to change the data type of a column, sometimes. So there are many activities. In this particular part we are just simply discussing about adding another column by using the alter table statement. So add, then column, new column, let's say add new column, whatever new column you want to add, then its data type. Let's say if you want to add a column with int, you can also add a column with varchar, text, whatever you want. Not null if you don't want null values. If we have some default value here, so let's say default, because it's varchar, let's say default value is good. It can be any value here. And after which particular column you want to add this column. So after, if you will add, let's say after customer name, so this particular column will be added after customer name. So this is formula, let's say, for altering your table. There will be many statements of altering table. We will discuss them in between lectures. Now we have previewed this SQL, we have understood the use of this SQL, and now we are going to simply execute it. Your table is now altered. Now you will see another column is automatically created or created by us by writing the query, and every customer has now a credit of 100. Let's say it's a credit score, it's a credit of 100. Now let's try to add one customer here, and we will write it using query. So insert into customers, customer name, phone, email, and now we have one more column here which is called credit. So name of that column is credit. So now we have 4 columns here. So let's say name of our customer is Vivek. Customer phone, we have to enter the phone here. Let's say phone of customer is 1234. Third value, that is the email of this customer, which is varchar value in our table. So let's say Vivek at swapthebook.com, and credit, which is actually an integer value. So let's say credit of Vivek is, let's say, 89. We are not going to give it a default value of 100, we are going to give it a value of 89. So every other customer which is automatically created will have a value of 89 or will have a value of 100, but this particular customer, when we are creating it, it will have a value of 89, let's say. Now same procedure, hit enter, one row is inserted, you can see that. Go to customers and now move here, and you will see that this customer has received a credit value of 89. So by default the credit value is 100, but in this case, or in case of this particular customer, the value is 89. Or if we'll leave this value blank, then value of 100 will be inserted by default. So but in that case, don't mention this column. So now you can see how we can alter the table, how we can add any particular column in our table, how we can write query to insert values in that table. And that's it for this example. And the next examples we'll continue with writing some queries to select our data or to view the data that we have created. So thanks for watching.